In UFC 199, Luke Rockhold went up against Michael Bisping for the middleweight championship. The first time they met up, Luke defeated Michael Bisping and picked him up from the canvas after he did so. However, in UFC 199, Michael Bisping managed to knock out Luke and laugh at him after he was on the canvas. After the fight, Luke was questioned about his previous matchup with Chris Weidman, who he had won the middleweight championship from. When Chris Weidman said, "I can't believe I lost my championship to Luke Rockhold." Luke Rockhold then responded, "Try losing it to Michael Bisping." This is your Week 8 recap. I apologize if my my speech is a little, if it's a little fucked up. I just got my jaw rewired. I apologize. I just came from the hospital because it's beaten I took this weekend. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the scores. I lost to Ed by a final score of 132 to by a final score of 132 to 61. I got no fucking production whatsoever from my team. It was a combination of my team not doing anything and his team doing way too much. I got 12 points from Cam. Gore gave me 11. Niall Davis with 0 fucking points. Calvin Benjamin with 7. Julio fucking Jones, 2 points. What was his stat line? What the fuck did he do? 3 catches, 29 yards, 2 points from Julio. Larry Fitzgerald, 7 points. Antonio Gates, 9 points. Seahawks defense, 9 points. Blair Walsh, 4 points. And the bench, it's not like if I would have mixed and matched anybody else, it would have made any bit of a difference. Ed got 20 points from Drew Brees, Christian Michael with 10, Jacquizz Rodgers with 12, Amari Cooper with 23, AJ Green with fucking 12, Stephon Diggs with fucking 13, Jordan Reed with fucking 15, Broncos with fucking 18, and Steven Hashagafa, who gives a fuck, got 9 points. My fucking jaw hurts right now. And he's running off with the victory. I'm going to give you the rest of the other scores here, and then we'll move on to another item. Ewok Rape defeats Taint Sweat 75 to 109. Turtle Power loses to Insuro Marbles Tanaka 91 to 63. Hensel beats Joe 111 to 88. And Jay beats Pedro 73 to 49. In my opinion, I think Pedro's trying to throw the season. Here's why I think Pedro's trying to throw the season. He's lost his last 3 games. I don't know what happened to Pedro. He was soaring high, and then after losing to Joe, he gets defeated by Ed. And then he loses to Jay this week, and I suspect some drama happenings here. I'm not sure. He's got a 3-way tie in the division with Pedro. Sorry, he's got a 3-way tie in the division with Hensel and with Paul. All 3 of them are at 5-3. Pedro with 759 points, Paul with 751 points, and Hensel with 695 points. So he's letting the division slip away from him, and Paul and Hensel are just creeping right in. Pedro's team performed even worse, and what I mean by that is, forget about the score. Okay? I'm sorry, my jaw's rewired, I apologize. Pedro's team performed so badly that he had multiple low performances from his squad. Tyrell Williams had a season low with 0 points. Marvin Jones had a season low with 3 points. Greg Olsen had a season low with 1 point. The Eagles defense had their season low with 0 points. And Adam Vinatieri had his season low with 2 points. So it seems like Pedro's team just didn't show up for him, and they've just decided to just close the whole book on the whole season because he's lost 3 straight games. Jay somehow managed to get the victory with a 73 point total. And it's not like you could even say that Jay really got a victory this week. This was more Pedro not doing anything. This is more Pedro loss than it was a Jay victory. Jay got 3 points from Ware. He got 5 points from Chakandrick. Fuck, I cannot say fucking names this week. West. He got 5 points from West. Demarius Thomas was 7. He got 4 points from Hopkins. 15 from Jordy Nelson. 3 from Jack Doyle. His team fucking didn't do anything. They got 73 points. He got 19 points from Mariota. And I think it's official that we can clearly say, unless I'm forgetting about another player, and for whatever reason, let's forget about outside circumstances, with quarterback situations and wherever it is, DeAndre Hopkins is the biggest flop of the season. DeAndre Hopkins has done absolutely nothing for Jay. He's played all games. He's made catches in all games and just hasn't managed to get any fucking production whatsoever. He's got 3 touchdowns. He hasn't scored in 3 weeks. Now, I'm not sure of what the offensive systems are like. I don't know what the offensive lines are like in Texas. But I know that Antonio Brown manages to get touchdowns regardless. DeAndre has 100-yard performance, and that was in week 2 against the Kansas City Chiefs. And after that, it's just been a bunch of 50s, 30s, and like 170. So he's not getting any production out of him, and he's just basically he's just basically the example of just how bad Jay's season has been. He's got Jamal Charles on the IR. He's got Sammy Watkins on IR. Sammy Watkins, just first 2 weeks, he was nothing the first 2 weeks, and then that's it. Then he went on the IR. So Jay's season is going a lot worse than mine, and it makes me feel a whole lot better. Thanks, Jay. So obviously the leader of the week was Ed with 132 points, and the biggest loser of the week was Pedro with 49 points. This week was pretty much just rapings all over, as you had point totals, as you had victories that were over 20 points or more, obviously in my case, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move on to the next week. We're going to move on to next week matchups. There really is nothing else to say here. Next week's matchups, I have to let my jaw heal up. So I got Hensel going up against me. We got Taint Sweat going up against Orlando. We got Eric going up against Joel. It's pretty interesting because Joel's projected to get 38 points, and I think that's a bit of a overstatement because I don't think he's even doing that. No, I'm just joking. He's got Brady on bye. He's got Julian Edelman on bye. Jeremy Hill on bye. And this is going to be a really tough matchup for Joe. Joe is chasing history right now. He is the sole owner of the worst record ever with 1 win, and he's on pace to pretty much beat that. So way to go, Joe, making history out there and definitely having a worse season than me. Thanks, Joe. Sorry, I got like the morphine. It's like morphine in my body. I'm not right now. Pedro's going up against Andy, and you got Jay going up against Ed. And this was your Week 8 recap. There was basically nothing to break down, as all matchups were 20 points or more. I got my ass kicked to the point where I can't even talk this week. So all we have to do right now is look forward to Week 9. Now, don't forget, may your quarterbacks get hurt before they get out of the locker room. May your running backs pull their calf muscles, and may your my fucking jaw hurts. It hurts. Go fuck yourselves.